Hey, good morning, everybody. What's going on? Today is Thursday, January 10th, 2019. My name's Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Ah, that's warm. I'm already tired. I've been up since 4, not for any productive reasons. Couldn't sleep. In fact, according to this doohickey, I stopped sleeping about 3:30. So I tossed and turned for a half hour, and it just didn't happen. So I got up, and I've been watching TV since 4 o'clock. It's 6:30. That's productive. And I did it without coffee. So that was cool. Because the show's called First Cup, not First Cup, except when Jeremy can't sleep. It's rare that I can't sleep. And what's strange is I'm physically very rested. I feel good. Could have used that extra, you know, 90 minutes or so. Usually wake up at 5:30. But so today's a fun day, special day. Today's the day that we announced to the world that First Cup is a thing. If you head on over to whistlekickmartialartsradio.com or you hang out right here on YouTube, you'll see that today's episode is about First Cup. There's a website, firstcupwithjeremy.com. It's not even close to done. It was supposed to be. But the logo's not ready. We're still working on that. But what does the website have? The website has a button that takes you to YouTube. I think that's it. I'm like 90% sure that's it. Oh well. Sometimes things don't go as planned. I expected that we'd have more done, but we don't. Whatever. And that's the whole deal with this show, right? Is it's raw, it's unscripted, it's a reflection of life. Sometimes I don't make sense. Sometimes I hate the way I look in the camera. Sometimes I really need to shave. But sometimes my beard is pretty solid. This is like the perfect length beard for me. If it could just freeze this length, it'd be cool. I'm drinking out of my Styracosaurus mug. This was my favorite mug as a child. This mug is probably 30-something years old. It's weird that I have things that are that old when I feel like I'm about 24, maybe 26. But I'm not. I'm so much older than that. I'm going to be 40 this year. That's weird. I don't feel 40. I don't think I look 40. Do I look 40? I don't know. I plan to live forever, so there's that. I expected that talking about First Cup being a podcast episode would take up more time, but I very quickly realized that those of you that watch this show know everything about it, so I don't have much to say. So that was poor planning. So let's talk about yesterday. What happened yesterday? Meetings, email. Nope, nothing to talk about there. What about today? Meetings, email. Pretty much nothing to talk about here. Oh, Monday, big episode comes out. I think I've said that a couple times. Had somebody no-show on me on Tuesday. Somebody that picked the date 6 weeks in advance. Somebody that I'm pretty sure could tell that they were not going to make it and didn't tell me. If this person didn't have a following, I would just name them. No, I wouldn't. You know, Here's something to talk about. I have a hard time finding. Oh, there's something. So one of our team members, Stacy, just wrote in, said, "Hey, what's new with the team? Um, Waiting for the new team uniforms and just trying to get everything wrapped up." Hmm. Here's the thing I gotta do. Uh, let's see. So I have trouble finding the line between holding people accountable and not being a jerk. So I tend to err on the side of caution and not be a jerk, which I know is the better way to err, but I wish I could narrow that up. Because there are times I kind of want to be a jerk. There are times when people take advantage of me. I keep hitting the tripod, I'm sorry. There are times when people take advantage of me that I struggle with it. It makes me upset. It hurts my feelings. I don't like it. I don't like that feeling. I don't like letting people off the hook when they were jerks, knowingly, and when they had an option to not be a jerk. And I know it says more about them than it does about me, yada, yada, yada. Be a good person and all that. And I've done that pretty much my entire life. I think I've rarely given in to that urge to be a jerk, but it doesn't mean it's not there. There are times I just want to punch people in the face. But I don't. Because I try to model the behavior I want others to engage in. It's hard. When famous people talk about, they don't want to be a role model or they're not a role model, I think I understand that. The the pressure to hold yourself to a certain standard, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the way the world treats you, is a challenge. I am far from occupying any kind of celebrity status, but let's be honest, there are a few more people paying attention to what I'm doing than the average person. I have this show. I have martial arts radio. I'm traveling around because of work related things. There are people who know who I am. And those people have expectations of me. And we've seen over the last couple of years what not meeting those expectations can mean for someone professionally. Now, I mean, there's fortunately not going to be any kind of big scandal or anything like that can come out about me because I've lived a pretty clean life. But sometimes I just want to not be in front of the camera. Sometimes I want to go off and do something stupid and ridiculous and believe that no one's going to see it. I don't. I have that choice. I mean, it's a choice. I can certainly do that, but it doesn't mean that it's true. And I have big goals for whistlekick, as I've talked about. I have big goals for the martial arts, things that I want to see change and happen and improve. And whistlekick is the vehicle to do that, and I'm the one driving that vehicle. So I don't. Well, this was a weird turn. I didn't expect that. So what advice can I offer out of that? You never know when people are watching. There was a moment at after a competition in October. There was I went out to dinner with some of the team, and there was a mom and her son from the tournament. I might have said a couple words to this kid at the tournament. He was probably 9 or 10 years old. But for some reason, the mom came over to me and said that her son really looked up to me and wanted to say hi. So I went over, I said hello. It was a super weird exchange for me in that way because that's not something that I'm used to. I don't think it's happened before. But I could tell that as much as I didn't know this kid, he didn't know me, but I could tell that me paying attention to him, validating him in that way, was meaningful to him in that moment. And who knew what the impact was going to be over time? So I sat down for a few minutes and talked with him and his mother. Maybe 5 minutes. I don't remember what the conversation was, but I do remember the look on his face. And I remember the look on her face as she looked at him. And so the point of that is, you never know who's looking up to you. And you never know how significant something that is insignificant to you can be to someone that's looking up to you. Most of us mean the world to someone. So, as pressured as it can be to be a role model, it's worth it. That's all I got. So, today being the official world debut, maybe you want to share your favorite episode of this show or share the podcast episodes, be it, whether it's here on YouTube or at whistlekickmartialartsradio.com. And that's it. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow